and welcome back to the Sports Bridge podcast. Yes, today looks a bit weird because we're missing a third person, but unforeseen circumstances, so Ali couldn't be with us today. He will be back with us in the next video, so the next video will be all back to normal. But we are here to talk about the finals week 3. It is getting towards the grand final. This is the last week before we get to the big game.
Would that be the tip? The tip of the tip?
I think we would finally reach the tip of the iceberg.
And then we're going to wait 6 months.
Oh, the longest 6 months of my life. First of all, it's already hot. It's not even summer yet, and I'm dying. And it's just going to get worse. I was saying today on the news that it's going to be hot from now. So I don't know what it's called, from now till mid next year.
Weird, really?
Yeah, well, that's what they're predicting. From now till mid next year is going to be hot.
Well, look, both our circumstances that we both may or may not be having kids soon.
Yeah.
Would you prefer the seasons to be like that?
I think so.
You'd prefer over the winter, I
don't know, actually, because I like to sleep with my aircon on in the summer.
I'm talking about your kid.
But if my kid's in the room with me, there's no AC, there's no nothing.
I don't know, I just feel like winter, newborn,
Yeah, that's
sickness.
True. Yeah. Hay fever and all that.
But more beach for us. Oh, you don't like the beach?
I do like the beach.
You don't like the beach?
I like to fish on the beach.
Yes, you do like to do that at night.
You know what, during the day too.
Whereas
try to avoid the sun.
Someone like me would love this stuff, but they're saying 33 plus or
the
something.
Hottest in the past. So this year will be the hottest since 3-4 years ago.
Was where climate change gets you, eh?
Yeah, climate change, mate.
Yeah,
good old climate change. How you been anyway?
Good, mate. Really tired.
Yeah.
You know, we are recording pretty late.
It is.
But I'm excited for footy.
Footy is always the excitement of the week.
It.
I wait for the weekend just to get to the footy.
Yes, but the fact there's only 2 games, you know. I used to G up, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just boredom. Thursday, it's like Thursday, Friday, generally it's a good game of footy because that's how they plan it. And just Saturday, Sunday, it's all day footy. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back to Paul Ken and his crew.
Yeah,
or ex-Paul Ken.
What do we do now after it finishes? The cricket?
Call of Duty.
Oh, it is coming out. Are you getting the new one?
Yes, I am. You know what? The new one actually looks pretty good.
It does, but we're on a sports podcast, so we'll talk about this off the camera. How
about you? Don't skip. How you going, mate?
All right, it took you long enough.
I get dragged away sometimes.
You do. I've been good. Besides this weather, I've been working in the heat. It's been killing me. So at least you work indoors, right?
It could be 8 hours of outdoor, but depending on the generally the day, you choose where you want to go.
Yeah, I've been working outside, and I feel my forehead is like radiating heat right now because of how hot it was.
You do look like you came out of a swimming pool.
Yes, it's hot in here. But we digress. The first game that kicks the finals week 3 off is a good game. It's Penrith versus Melbourne. Penrith do have Isaac Targo back. I think he played last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's back. And Jerome Lua has been named to play. Even though they're still sceptical and he's got to tick a few boxes before he can make it back, he has been named to play. Also, Jerome Hughes has been named to play for Melbourne.
Yeah, they're both going to name their full team and wait till tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Which will be Thursday night. So
What, an hour before the game?
Yeah. Oh no, like 24 hours before the game. You have to drop it to like 2 reserves or something. So
why do I feel like today was Thursday? They did name that little, that fullback that debuted against the Broncos a couple of weeks back.
Oh, please don't ask me to say his name.
Falongo
or something. Yeah.
Yes, they named him in the reserves. I don't know if he's going to get a push to the bench, maybe, but
he should. Oh, semi-finals.
No, it's a big arena for someone who's just making his way through. Yeah. But it is going to be not that good of a game. I think Penrith is going to absolutely destroy Melbourne. If Melbourne come out and play the way they have been playing, I don't think they can touch the Penrith Panthers.
Yeah, but you know what? You could say by the way Storm have been playing, they've been stooping. We'll go stooping, and if it doesn't make sense, we'll correct it.
No, it does. It's fine.
They've been stooping to the... No,
yeah, stooping to the level of the lesser teams.
I'm asked the producer. You're a mathematician. Tell me.
Are you going down, like to the lesser teams?
Stooping to their level, yes.
They're not rising to the other teams' levels. They're stooping.
Well, look, I've got the yes from you two. If I look dumb now,
no, you don't.
It's on YouTube.
By the way, look down, like down
No, we're going with Stooping.
We're going with stooping. I
Alright.
like stooping.
I feel like Storm this season have been stooping to the level of the team they're versing. I honestly think they can match Penrith if they're up to it.
Look, we've said it before and we'll say it again. Finals time, Penrith always find another gear. Oh, sorry, not Penrith. Melbourne. Penrith do also, but Melbourne always find another gear. And they have very much so the potential to win this game.
Of course, yeah.
It just depends what team comes and shows up. You need your Munsters, your Harry Grants to turn up. Because if they don't turn up, then it's a dead rubber.
Oh, look, if we're being honest, if one turns up, all turn up. It's that simple, you know? It's just, they're not as creative. Like, you look at even the Roosters attack this year. No creativity, nothing.
No.
Let's just get lucky and score a try.
Yeah.
And the Storm look like they're the same.
Very stale.
You know, last week they scored soft tries. Their winning try was a kick.
Yeah.
It wasn't something
It was a
creative out of the
50-50.
box, yeah. But against Penrith, you need that. You need creativity. You're not going straight through them.
I do feel like they possibly will step up. And the thing I like about Jerome Hughes being back is he always boosts Munster's confidence. When he's there, Munster sort of just picks up another level. And even Jerome Hughes, bro, when he's on, he's on.
Yeah, like he's a stepping halfback.
He is.
He'll run at you, stepping, like he'll have a little giggle with you.
Yeah, he's quick as well.
He's like, honestly, he's like a Luai, but just have halfback.
The only thing is, I don't see him. Where do you see him exposing? Is there a weakness in the Penrith defense?
Look, the only way I honestly see Storm beating Penrith is you get into the grind, you kick to the edges, you wind down those backs. Do I see that happening? No, I don't. I don't see Jerome Hughes, kicking the ball in certain areas, dragging the players everywhere. I don't see Munster doing that, but because Munster is a great running half.
Yeah, running.
I don't see him with a good kicking game. Like last week against the Roosters, bombs, just kicking straight to the players. Like
I think that's the game plan. Without Jerome Hughes, he just has to put those easy kicks up. He did get the kick that actually won him the game, but that's just a chip towards the sideline, towards the winger.
But against Penrith, it's going to take a lot more. It's going to take creativity. It's going to take
100%.
grinding. It's going to take your kicking game. Like the little 1%ers, you have to complete them 100% now.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
100%,
it comes down to the 1%ers. And with Penrith, they do those 1%ers.
That's exactly right.
They get back into defence when they need to. They're always covering for their man. Their sliding game in defence is crazy. I don't see a weak link in that Penrith side. If they're going to kick to like their last tackle options, if they're going to kick to any fullback, to the fullback or the wingers, they're going to do outstanding.
Of course.
The centres, excellent. You got fucking Crichton
And
Targo. Targo, you seen him before he got injured, was playing out of his skin.
Well, we wanted to buy him on Supercoach, and he
I bought him.
both over.
I bought him.
You bought him. I took it back.
I bought him the week he got injured, and he got pulled out an hour before the game, and I didn't check it. Who do you have for this game? Because it's going to be...
Before you go on, I just realised that they are not.
Yeah, I realised that about 10 minutes ago. We're doing the video without our props today because I can't bother putting them back on.
Like we said, it is a late episode, and we're just not here at the moment.
We're not here, and Ali's not here. It just doesn't feel right. But we're always going to turn up for you guys because we love you guys.
Yes, 100%.
So like the video.
That's it?
Like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you need to do.
Good.
Yeah, who do you have?
I have Penrith 13 plus.
13 plus. I will back that.
Going off recent form, I'm not even going to talk about Penrith form because they will find another level. Storm form, you play like the way they played against Roosters or the Broncos in the semis.
Yeah.
You're done, like honestly.
If the Broncos can do that to you, imagine what Penrith can do to you.
Exactly.
I'll back you on that. Penrith 13 plus. The next game of the round and the final game of the round is the Broncos versus the Warriors. So both sides are unchanged. Warriors are still missing Metcalf. The Broncos are a full strength side from a couple of weeks back, still the same side. How does this one go?
Yeah, I know.
We all want the Wars. We're all hoping for the Wars. And do you give them a chance? Did we speak about this last week?
Of course, yes.
I am giving them a chance. I'm hoping, for the sake of all the Wars fans out there, for the sake of the game, the Wars make it to the grand final.
Do you know they posted up a photo today of the last time Warriors played in a preliminary final?
When was that?
2011.
11?
It's when they made the grand final.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think 2011. It's around there.
Yeah.
I'll give a plus 2 years.
I think it was 11.
Bro, the team they had, like now, like back then I looked at it like, oh, they're just scraping,
Yeah.
But you look at their team now, of their careers, they're like, bro, what a fucking team.
They had excellent players, but the thing about that is, at the time, we thought they were average players. I'll fix that in a minute. We thought they were average players because of the teams that were around them also.
Yeah.
So now, if you have those players now...
I think we fixed that now.
1 second, guys.
You want to put a bowler on it or something?
I do. You know what? We'll bring just him back. We'll bring him back just to hold the wires up because they're going to need the strength of... what's his name?
Madara
They're going to need the strength of Madara to beat the Broncos this week. So, what were we up to? Sorry, guys. We're in shambles with our Ali. It's just late and a lot of things didn't go to plan. We're supposed to have a third person and then he couldn't make it and then Ali's unforeseen circumstances. It's played around with everything. So, we will be back to normal in the next video. Hopefully.
Look, I think we're going to do all right, mate. You're stressing a bit much there.
No, I'm not stressing. It's just... No props. The freaking Warriors. The Warriors. Is this a sign? Is this a sign?
You know what? It's a seating arrangement because you're usually next to the...
Yeah, I usually put them up.
Yeah, so I think that's what threw you off a bit.
I hope that's not a sign that the Wires are going to get pumped this week. The flag fell. But yeah, where were we up to? The Wires, you were telling me about the 2011 team. Yeah, they had a cracker side, but the teams around them, that's what I was saying, were just unbelievable.
But yeah, because like you said, even that year we were like, Warriors, what?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Well, even the Warriors fans will tell you they always have been an underdog, and they're always so like underappreciated. And to see them go so far, and then everyone jumping on the bandwagon now.
Yeah, I've never seen a bandwagon like this. I have never seen it in my... How old am I? I'd say...
Scraping the 30s, mate.
Almost my 20 years of watching footy.
20
almost
years?
20 years. Wow, we're getting old, eh?
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
in my 20 years, I've never seen everyone just switch like this. Like,
I've never,
for good reason, of course.
Of course, with good reason. I'm very happy that the Wires are where they are, and I hope they get the meat pie at the end.
Yes. They couldn't pick a harder route to do it in.
No, yeah, it is.
But if you want the meat pie, you got to go through everyone else.
Well, out of the two games this weekend, I think they have the hardest task. The Melbourne can beat Penrith a lot easier than the Warriors can beat the Broncos, I feel like.
Look, if Warriors want to win this game, see, we're talking about Storm having to do the 1%ers and this and that. For the Warriors to win this game, every single player on that field has to be at 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, like say, they shut down Pong. Who's we? I'm saying we now.
Yeah.
Like I go for the Warriors.
Up the Wires, baby.
Oh, God. Anyways, they shut down Ponga perfectly. You know, Ponga couldn't do anything. All right, say you shut down Reece Walsh.
They've still got the rest of the back line.
They've got the rest of the back line. But more importantly, you got Patrick Carrigan up front, Payne Haas, Tom Flegler. Like, it's a forward pack that can run amok on you. Like,
And then that's complemented by you got the Adam Reynolds. And even Walters has been playing all right.
yeah, but I'm going off Reece Walsh and the two best forwards. If any of the two best forwards in the game, they could be, okay? So for Noah Blake, I'm expecting 70 minutes from him.
He needs to.
Yeah, he's going to play big minutes.
Webster needs to play his strongest side with his strongest tactics and make sure Fanua Blake is out there. As much as we call for Tohu Harris to have a rest, he needs to be out there.
No, he needs to go back to his first 10 weeks, 80 minutes, brother. You're going.
He needs to be out there.
But if you jump off, you don't play ever again. That's it.
You reckon he'll retire after this season?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Do you know what? If they win the premiership, don't be surprised if him and Sean Johnson retire.
Oh,
It would have surprised me, ending it on a high.
Sean Johnson, you know what? I was reading an article today, funnily enough. 12 months ago, the Warriors were ready to sit down with Sean Johnson and talk about potential retirement.
There you go. See. He was plagued by injuries. I'm sure that's why.
Yeah, of course he was plagued by injuries. But you give 12 months later, he's potentially, hopefully, taking them to a grand final.
And he's potentially daily M material right now.
Has he been suspended this year?
No.
No, he hasn't. So he is in the ranks to win the Daily M.
I honestly think he gets it pretty easily as well. Like, who else is there?
Well, I hope he gets it. He deserves it the way he's been playing. But we have been bragging a lot about the Warriors. We're not giving the Broncos any credit. Oh, we did give them a bit of credit, but how do you see it playing out?
We don't have to give the Broncos credit. They're the favourites.
They give themselves credit.
And that's what it is, What a season they've had. during Origin, I'm like, oh, they're going to fall off like last year. They proved me wrong.
They
a
proved
lot
the
of people
world wrong. The world.
A lot of media and everything proved us all wrong. What a young team they have.
Young, but
That's
full
why
of
I don't believe they'll
confidence.
win the grand final because of how young they are.
But how confident are they?
But it takes 2 shit balls from Reece Walsh, a drop ball from a forward, and they're done.
I don't see Reece Walsh as much as he makes errors this season in particular. His confidence has not gone down. He's made a few errors.
He's on an all-time high right
but
now.
he just gets back out there and he keeps grinding and he makes up for his errors.
I'll tell you, it's a new Broncos team. If you go 12-0 up, they don't give up. Whereas last year, there's a few games where you see it, you go 12-0 up, all their heads drop.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got an Adam Reynolds, shit, we can't win anymore. That's it. It's that easy.
2 years ago, when Walters, I think, was appointed 2 years ago, he had one of the hardest tasks in the NRL.
Remember he released everyone, bro.
He released everyone and he brought in a young side. And then they started doing a bit shit. And everyone was critiquing them. The Broncos this, the Broncos that. They stuck to the game plan. And they grinded and they grinded. And 2 years later, they are potentially going to be on the big stage. And they're all young.
Look, by favoritism, they will be at the big dance. But Warriors aren't just going to hand it to them, which is a good thing. All right. And like I said, it's big battles this week.
Well, this is the game I want to see more than
you got Chance, who's pulled up this year, man.
I love him.
Against Reece Walsh, who, if anything, probably the best fullback this year.
Yeah, but I feel like Chance will give him a battle.
He'll give him a battle. Then you got Fanua Blake against Payne Haas.
The
two of the best forwards, arguably, in the game right now.
Well, they are, right now.
And then you go Tohu Harris against Carrigan, basically the same players.
Yeah.
Like, it's just battles everywhere. Jackson Ford versus Cape Will.
And then you got the Sean Johnson versus the Adam Reynolds.
I wish Metcalf was playing.
Metcalf, it would have been Metcalf versus Ezra Mann.
It would have been I'd say, Warriors have to be at 100%. They did make a lot of mistakes last week against Newcastle and defended it well.
Yeah.
But Broncos are not Newcastle.
Well, I feel like the fan base last week at a sold-out Mount Smart really drove them. It's going to be hard. Are they playing in Suncorp? It's going to be hard to go to the Cauldron right now and beat a Broncos side. And I hope they do it. Wade Egan has been playing excellent. He is very underrated in my eyes.
He's a head knock away from retirement, honestly.
He is, but, bro, how good has he been playing? Everyone looks past him. Wade Egan's been playing excellent.
The whole Warriors team, their leaders have pulled up this year, but this is the game that's going to matter the second most, other than the grand final. Or, it matters the most, all right? If their leaders want to spark something, this is it.
Yeah.
Your Fanua, Blake, Harris, everyone. This is it.
Yeah.
There's no turning back. There's no little second chances anymore. You either win this game or you're back to your own...
Back to reality.
Back home. You're
and
leaving,
it is do or die, and they have to win this game. Who do you have to win this game?
Well, I'm going to say my heart, 100% of my heart, wants the Warriors to pull off this win. It will be a big upset for the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium. But if we're talking about reality here, I think Broncos.
I was going to say the exact same thing. My whole heart says the Warriors, but my brain tells me the Broncos. And as much as I hate to say it, because I know we have a lot of subscribers that are Waz fans, and we are back in the Waz. We want the Waz to win.
Oh, wow. We have a guest.
There's a guest.
We have a guest.
We do want the Waz to win, but it's going to be a tough ask, and let's hope they get up there and get the win, baby. Up to Waz. All right, and that pretty much wraps up the finals week 3 preview. We are back in the Warriors. If the Warriors don't win, I'm hoping the Broncos go all the way. I'm going to say it now because I probably won't be here to say it later.
No, I think...
I want the winner of this game to win the grand final.
No, I want Penrith.
Penrith?
Oh, if it's not the Warriors, Penrith 100%.
Yeah, no, the winner of the Broncos Warriors is who takes it home for me.
You like the Broncos?
I have a soft spot for them this season.
I can't stand them, man.
I love watching them. I just love watching them, bro. They have been so entertaining. They're bringing their game to life. You know those boring teams. Like, who's boring? The Raiders. I hate watching the Raiders.
They're one of the most boring teams.
I can't stand watching the Raiders. There was a time in my life, up until this season, I couldn't even stand watching the Knights.
Yeah.
The Sharks have been a fucking eyesore this year.
Other than Hines, what a shit team.
There's been a few eyesores. Even as much as I'd hate to say it, the Dragons have been an eyesore for most of the season.
It's all, mate. I know, Roosters made top 8, but the first 20 rounds, bro. Go score a try, cuz. What are you doing?
Snooze fest.
Far out.
Freaking snooze fest.
That's called lucky tries, bro. It's fucked. Honestly.
At least he's made it somewhere.
But did we make it somewhere?
Well, far enough.
Did we make it somewhere?
Is it still playing on your mind?
Yes.
Look, if I'll just touch on a bit of the Broncos. If the Broncos have taught me anything, it's that with a good coach, I don't even know, is Walters a good coach in your eyes?
Well, look, if he was the one that helped bring this team together, then I would say yes, he is a good coach. Because he is the same coach that is there with the same team, plus Reece Walsh, from last year, who lost the last 5 to 6 games and fell out of the eight.
That's true.
It's the same coach. So,
But if they've taught me anything, it's that
patience is key.
patience is key. With a new coach coming in for the Dragons, get happy, Dragons fans.
So
In
you
2
say
years'
that,
time-
and you look at the Bulldogs with a new coach,
Yeah, but the Bulldogs are shit.
and then you look at the Tigers with a new coach.
The Tigers have a new coach every 3 months, which I'm going to talk about something soon. If the Broncos have taught me anything, it's the future's bright, Dragons fans. I hope the freaking future's bright. In 2 years' time, we'll be playing in the semi-final against the Warriors, apparently.
That's how easy it is. Huh? That's it.
I hope so. But yeah, that is the wrap-up of the finals week 3 preview. I'm just going to touch on a few signings because there has been a few big signings this
Talk
week.
to me. Talk dirty. Let's go.
Corey Horsburgh signs an extension with the Raiders. 3 years, I'm pretty sure, 3-year extension with the Raiders. What a lockup.
What a lock-up. I feel sorry for him, eh?
I feel sorry for him because he's in such a zbelly team.
Oh, you know what? Honestly, maybe they're letting go of Jack Wyden, who did take a lot of their salary cap and cause a bit of drama this year.
Yeah.
Maybe without him they can change, but for if we're going off this year, Raiders are just they're not a good team.
Look, getting rid of Wyden frees up a bit of money. Signing Corey Horsburgh will attract some players because players want to play with the big guns, and he's
He's there.
he's an enforcer of the game. But I feel sorry for the Raiders for one reason. No big player wants to go live in Canberra and play out of Canberra.
Oh, if you pay overs, they will.
If you pay overs, what are they? They released Jack White and he was on a bit of coin. But no one wants to actually go out there. It's too cold. It snows at some point in the year. No one really wants to live in Canberra. Let's face it.
Yeah, let's be honest. Would you, if you were a footy player, would you have taken a pay cut to stay in Sydney rather than go to Canberra? We'll say Canberra offered you $700K, and I was gonna say Bulldogs. Dragons offered you $450.
That's a big pay cut.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, I'd move to Canberra.
See, and that's what I'm saying. They're gonna pay overs
But
to what they want.
Canberra's only, a 3-hour drive. I'll sacrifice it.
Yeah, but just remember, training's down there. You got to move your family down
Your
there.
whole
pretty
life
much.
is
Yeah,
down
your whole
there,
life moves there.
Well, look, I'm not a big, on going out and doing whatever these youngins that in the football do these days.
Youngins.
Yeah, we're getting old. They like to go out, have a good night, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You can't do that much in Canberra, I assume.
Yeah.
And me, if I move to Canberra in the snow, I've rarely seen the snow, so I wouldn't mind moving over there. Bit of snow, a bit of fireplace, hot chocolate.
You're not going to move there for half the year, every year, for snow.
Why not? Why not? I want to see a bit of snow.
Because I went there for work, all right?
Yeah, I've been there.
This was like in the last year or the year before, so it might have pulled up now. But it's just dead.
Oh, it's dead. It's
I went
definitely
into the main part where it's all dessert and everything.
dead. The Parliament House?
Why am I at the Parliament House?
Oh,
Is
apparently-
it dessert at the Parliament
I
House?
think it's close by, yeah, there is.
Or maybe it is. I have no idea where it is.
You didn't go to the Parliament House?
I did when I was a kid for school excursion. Anyways. Fuck, I don't care. Leave it. Alright? We're in this place where it's all dessert and pancakes, crepes, all this stuff. And it was dead. It was a Saturday night dead.
Yeah. So what's going to attract the players to go there?
Money.
Besides that?
Money and a premiership team.
Well, you know what? Most players, they don't care about the contract these days. It's all backed by money.
Yeah.
So.
But I feel for example, if Raiders were to make to the preliminary this year,
Oh, yeah.
that would attract other players. You know what? There's a chance of winning a premiership. So a lot of players would be like, I'm not going to play first grade of this team. I'm in the reserves. I'll go play for them.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Things like that.
That's a good point. And they have freed up, Croker's retired and they've freed up Wyden's money. So they've got a bit of coin to splash. Jareen, is that his name? Jareen Buller, re-signs for the Tigers for another 3 years. Apparently, I think 2.7 million for 3 years. So they gave him a bit of paper.
So almost 600K. Oh, it's good, man.
Yeah.
But for the potential he showed.
More than that.
Huh?
More than that.
You said 2.7.
For 3 years.
Oh, shit.
It's more than I think it's 8.5 or something.
I'll calculate this. 8, 16, no. That's 900k a year for 3 years. Are you sure?
Yeah, that's what I read. I'm not sure if.
That's 900k a year.
Yeah, I know it's 900k a year, and I'm pretty sure that's what it said. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're not saying it's 100%, but I'm pretty sure he signed for 9 point. So he signed to the end of 2027.
4 years.
Okay, 4 years. So there you go.
That drops down to about 700k a year. Still, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty good money. Pretty good money, but he did show that he's got potential.
Oh yeah, the potential is showing. If Tiger can pull their fingers out of their fucking asses and play footy, honestly, Bull will be a gun. He's a gun.
He's got potential to be a freak, and I don't know why he's re-signed with the Tigers. There must be a plan there. There must be a future there with Benji Marshall.
Because there is a future. You look at the team. It's not a shit team.
It's not a shit team.
But
I feel like it's just the culture's dead there.
bro, coach is dead. Honestly, I blame the halves. There's no halves. No halves to control a team. But Luke Brooks, he'll drop one ball, his head hits the floor. But he's been doing it for 10 years with the Tigers. Like, he's fucking over it.
Yeah.
He should have left 20 years ago. He's probably blackmailing the coach with his nudes or some shit. So that's what's happening.
Even then, bro, they still offered him a contract this year after they've been on a roller coaster with him.
Yeah, but because you need to understand something. Like, you look at the Storm. They had Brodie Croft. He was the next big thing for the Storm. Craig Bellamy saw nothing. He's like, nah, fuck this, go.
Where is he now? He's in Super
He went to the Broncos, fucked up again. No, sorry, not fucked up. Didn't play well. Gone. Went to Super League. He's probably killing it there. It's nothing like here. All right?
Nothing like here, yeah.
Stop. Once you see it's wrong, give it up. Leave it.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Well, now they've got Aiden Caesar, so
What's he?
they've got an old man to lead him around.
I honestly think Brooks at Manly is going to kill it.
I have so much hope for him at
that
Manly.
team is a full healthy team. Tommy Turbo healthy, Garrick healthy, everyone healthy. It is such a good team.
Yeah. Even if
It's gonna be
Schuster
fun to
gets back
watch.
to his form in the second row,
Because
he will find form eventually.
if they drop him again for 800k, pay him out and just let him go.
You might as well, because you're paying him to play in the reserve
What
grades
a
at this
waste,
point.
honestly, what a waste.
Sticking to the subject of the Tigers, Lee Hadjimentales has been re-elected as the Tigers chairman for another 3 years. So the roller coaster continues.
It's the same Brooks shit. It's not working, go.
It's not. That's the problem. So they've re-signed him. I think they want to get rid of Pascoe. But does that really fix the problem?
Look, the Tigers are going to look. So if they go 0-6 next year, they're going to look for heads to drop,
to roll.
to roll. And who's it going to be? Is it going to be the board again? Is it going to be Benji Marshall? Like I called and predicted.
No, that's not going to happen. It can't happen, Billy.
It will happen. I'm telling you now.
It can't happen, bro. This is
The fact that you're still acting like, no, it can't happen, and you're not even saying maybe anymore, that's a deficiency in you, mate.
a deficiency
A
in
deficiency.
me.
It doesn't make sense, but I'm going to say it.
Since when did we get to the point of insulting each other, Bill?
Deficiency?
Yes. I don't have no deficiencies. I'm
No.
all efficiencies.
Hey, I'll walk off this podcast now. I'll walk off.
Wow. Yeah, but so yeah, Hadjimentales is still there. Pascoe is they did have to. They wanted to reevaluate the whole club and whatever. So they've done that, and what they got to was re-signing Hadjimentales for another 3 years.
Look, I don't give a fuck what they do. We all have a soft spot for the Warriors and the Tigers, and we want them both to succeed.
Up the wires, baby.
All right. If this Zub can bring the Tigers back, he's not going to do shit.
Who, Benji?
No.
Oh, Hadjimentales?
I trust Benji.
I've got hope in Benji.
You know, he's the heart and soul of Tigers for the last since 2005. Yes. Okay.
Nearly
If they sack him as coach, you know that club just
throw it, eh?
gone.
Well, we already have too many clubs in the NRL. We're hoping the Bulldogs get fucking shafted off there. But if they don't, I think the Tigers will be next
If the
round.
Bulldogs can be run off the NRL system, I'll be really happy.
That's a lot of hate.
I don't want to hear, put 2034, put your house on it. Oh, we lost 2024, but what about 34? I don't want to hear that shit.
It's not 34. So if this chain does not continue next year, their next victory year will be 2044.
No, but it's gone because now they've lost 2 years in a row. 20 years in a row.
Yeah.
And I honestly hope they get the wooden spoon.
There's
this year.
no. I am backing them. Possibly wooden spoon.
Mm.
But speaking of the Dogs, they are and the Tigers. So the Dogs and the Tigers, they have met up with Alex Twal, possibly sign him. So the signing fiesta fiesta, whatever it is, that's
Fiesta.
happening at the Bulldogs, sorry, just continues on. Now they're offering Alex Twal a contract.
Hey, talk about a salary sombrero. I can't even call it that. The players they're signing are just
They're all worth
their
250K.
minimum. I think they're minimum wages, honestly.
Yeah,
Like
they're all on 250.
yeah, so
But 12's not going to
but they are going like how I don't know how they're signing all these people. Like
Bro, well, they're getting rid of a few players, but even the players they're getting rid of, besides Thompson.
are they playing Jake Turpin that prop?
Did they sign him? They signed. I'm
I
pretty sure.
saw
I'm pretty sure.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it got
I
confirmed.
know Hutchinson's going.
Hutchinson's there, Salmon's there, Taft's there.
But yeah. They're going wild on utilities.
Yeah, they do need a forward, and I do like 12. I love 12.
12 won't win you a game, but he's safe.
Bro, I was seeing his stats today. His like tackle efficiency is at 98%.
There you go. Yeah, he barely misses tackles, and if you miss a tackle, he's there to help you.
Yeah, he's very good at cover.
So in the middle, he will be good, but is he a signing the Bulldogs need?
I don't know. The Bulldogs, yes, they do need forwards because they're getting rid of Thompson. They're getting rid of a few forwards. They need forwards. This utility fiasco that's going on, I don't understand it. Forwards, yes, you need forwards because I feel like that's a big part of the team that's missing. Their forwards are not that great.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and speaking, also the Roosters are getting rid of Corey Allen.
Yeah, but I've read apparently we can't afford him. That's what it was. That's what, like I read the title. I didn't click it.
Yeah,
It said what's the thing called? Salary. What's that thing? What's that word, bro, for the money for the NRL for a club?
salary cap.
Salary cap. Yes, a salary cap squeeze pushes out a Queensland flyer. That's what it said. Which is Corey Allen, but I didn't click on it. So.
Yeah, I was saying that Maroon.
But that's what it said. Yeah,
Maroon veteran or something
yeah.
like
So
that.
that's what it said. Salary cap squeeze. So
Yeah,
we're letting go of a few options, I reckon.
you need to. I mean, I feel like he's got to clean up a bit of the club, but we won't get too far into that until it happens.
Like next up should be Jared, hopefully, but we'll see.
It will be Jared, but you do get Dominic Young next year, so that's all right.
And Spencer Linu.
Also a good forward.
Yeah. But then let me bring up something now.
Yes, talk to me, man.
Who the fuck does Braithen Nasta think he is, alright?
Braith, big bad Braith.
He's the guy that talks shit about other people talking about their clubs. Like the guy for the Bulldogs with Davies, whatever.
Yeah, Andrew
like all
Davies.
this shit, like yeah. And then he comes down and says, "Oh, Roosters were cheating the salary cap back in the day." Like
Back in the day, what when
he
he
brought
was
up
there,
like back then when Roosters and Bulldogs were the
two
competition
yeah,
heavyweights.
Yeah,
He was like, oh, we like talking about how the Roosters won the comp in 2002. You know, then they beat us, whatever it was. He was like, oh, Roosters were definitely cheating the salary cap. Like, why?
I don't look. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't understand these players that come out and target their old clubs. You wore that badge and you wore it supposedly with honor, and now to come and like shitbag them out. It's why? What's the point of it?
Yeah, he was on, I think, the James Graham podcast. It was one of the podcasts anyway. It wasn't like,
You know who speaks facts, bro. Willie Mason. Have you seen this podcast?
bro, that Willie Mason and Horo,
Yeah.
Justin Horo, if that's his name, I
Yeah.
always forget.
I think it's their podcast called Levels. If you want to check
That's
it
the
out,
one, the Levels Network or something. Fuck, they speak some facts, bro.
I love their podcast because
Honestly, yeah, I sat there one night. I was having probably chicken fettuccine. I don't know what I was having. Some meal that has laxatives. And I keep shitting myself. But anyway, spaghetti bolognese. That's what it was. Anyway, and bro, I listen to what they're saying, and it's shit that we say, but they go in depth.
in depth. Yeah.
Obviously, they have the support and the time. You know, we don't want to make our fans bored. That's why we got to, you know.
Bro, they're veterans of the game. They've got
That's
everyone
what
on
it
the
is.
inside
They
and the
both
outside.
played. Yeah, they have the ins and outs. They can talk to people, and you listen to what they say, and it's so right.
Yeah, 100%.
It's so right. Like,
And Willie Mason is not scared to tell you how it
he
is.
goes hard. The way he went hard off the gamble. What a hard come.
No, it was Hastings, wasn't it?
Nah,
Hastings.
gamble.
And Hastings as well.
But did you know what happened?
No, I didn't check.
Basically, William Mason on his podcast was talking about the spines of the NRL. So all teams, it wasn't just Newcastle,
Okay,
but he did mention that Ponga is the backbone of Newcastle,
100%.
and the rest of the spine, they're not special. It's just like whatever. Gamble's got offended. Gamble got offended.
Shambles.
All right, and went after Mason, and that's why when Knights lost that game, William Mason went after him because Gamble had to mouth off a bit.
Look, it's sort of... Willie Mason did play for the Knights, so it's sort of him going against his club in a way.
But
he didn't target them specifically.
it wasn't like Knights are dog shit.
No,
It was all the teams.
yeah.
So
Well, that's what I like about him. He doesn't single out, or he speaks facts. So if you've done something wrong, he's going to let you know you've done something wrong. And that's what I like about that podcast. And it's all, like, literally on point.
no, obviously 100%. Like, and horror's a funny guy. Like, he'll set Mason up. Like, he'll drop something,
Yeah.
and Mason's his levels start to rise. Like, he brought up the Davies thing about him talking shit about the Bulldogs training.
Yeah.
Absolute pussy. I can't believe he said that. William Mason straight away, what are these fucking pussies? Like, straight away.
Horror just throws the bait.
And we've seen him with William Mason mic'd up. We've seen that shit. He's a funny character and he goes hard.
I love that video.
Do you remember that? Oh,
Yeah.
where's your forwards?
Where are they?
Where are they? Tell them to sign me or some shit, whatever it was, bro. So they're a very good combination, them two.
Yeah,
and
very
I
good.
enjoy it.
Very good. I love it.
Do you know what? One day, if we can get William Mason on here, it will be one of the funniest episodes I've ever seen in my life.
Does anyone have a link up out there for Willie Mason? Tell him to jump on.
I honestly reckon if we were to see him one day and bring it up to him, I honestly reckon he'll come. Like, he's that just top person. I don't know. To me,
he seems like such a nice bloke.
it's my opinion of him. Didn't you meet him somewhere at a boxing thing or something?
Willie Mason, that was Jason Saab.
And no, but you met others, didn't you?
There's been a few, yeah, but this was before the podcast, before anything.
We've got to find some. We've got to go through connections. Isn't Sonny Bill still connected with the Bulldogs team?
Sonny Bill? Yeah. I know. We'll see. We can work on that.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, are we done?
I think that's all we could talk about.
Got
At the
nothing
moment.
else on the agenda?
Sunday's gonna be a good episode.
Sunday,
So I
yeah.
think we save it all for then.
Yeah, stand by for Sunday. Ali will be back, and he just wants to. I'm sure he'll bring up these games and what he thought about these games leading into the games. And stay tuned for it. It'll be a good one.
I think we should have had just like a Skype laptop here. Sorry, a laptop Skype on. Let him talk to the camera a bit.
I think that'll be a bit rough.
I think his head's too big for the camera anyway, so it should be fine.
Especially if he hasn't cut his hair.
I'm joking. I know he's gonna watch this. What's he saying? I'm joking.
Especially if he hasn't cut his hair, he'll walk around like
that
the Willie Mason's
cockatoo,
afro
bro.
back in the day.
That cockatoo head, bro.
That's funny. But we do appreciate you tuning in every week. It doesn't go unnoticed. We do check it on the comments, and we like to reply to the comments when we can. So if you do enjoy the videos, you can leave a like below. If you're new here, you can subscribe. If you want to follow our Instagram and our socials, they are in the description below. And we always appreciate your support. And
Thanks,
peace.
guys.